Baby, listen to me carefully, because what I'm about to tell you is not easy to hear. My dad has one question, and that question will decide everything about us. Sometimes a single word, a single choice, can either hold love together or tear it apart forever. Earlier tonight I sat across from him at the table. His eyes weren't angry, but they were sharp, like he could see through me. He leaned forward and said, "Before I allow you to continue with this, I need to know one thing." My heart nearly stopped, because I knew his question wasn't going to be small. The room went so quiet. I could hear the ticking of the clock on the wall. My dad's voice dropped, lower, slower, and he said, "If I ask you this question, you can't answer halfway. Your truth will save you, or it will destroy everything you've built." And right then, I realized the choice wasn't just mine anymore. It was ours. Because the answer to his question wasn't only about me, it was about you. I tried to steady my hands, but they shook on the table. He stared into me as if he was measuring whether I deserved to even speak. And then he asked it, "Are you ready to give everything up for her, if it means you lose me?" The words hit like a strike to the chest. It wasn't just a question, it was a trap, because no matter which way I answered, something would break. Some questions don't come for clarity. They come to test the strength of what you claim to love. I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. My dad's eyes didn't move. He wanted the truth, not comfort. And in that moment, I felt the weight of two worlds pressing against me. On one side, you, the one I want to hold, protect, build a future with. On the other side, the man who raised me, the one whose approval could either open the door or slam it shut forever. It's the kind of question that makes you wonder, do you follow your heart or do you protect your blood? I looked down at my hands, and I remembered your face, your voice, the way you said once that you feared you might be the reason my family turns against me. I never answered you then. But now the answer was being demanded. The silence stretched too long. My dad finally said, "If you hesitate now, you've already chosen." His words burned, because he was right. I could feel my chest tightening, as though the wrong breath could shatter everything. And all I could think was, how do I protect both the people I love when one of them wants me to sacrifice the other? It isn't just a choice between yes or no. It's a choice between saving love or saving loyalty. I raised my head slowly, ready to answer. But the truth is, I don't know if my words will save us or destroy us. Baby, when I finally opened my mouth to speak, my voice cracked before the words even formed. My dad's eyes narrowed, and I could tell he was waiting for the slightest weakness to confirm his doubts. It felt like standing on a cliff, knowing that one wrong step could send both of us falling. I started softly. "If you're asking me to choose, then you already know who I can't live without." My hands shook harder, because saying that out loud felt like betraying blood for love. His jaw tightened. He leaned back slowly, like he was giving me a chance to correct myself, but I didn't. I kept going. "You raised me, to be honest. You raised me to protect what I love. And right now, she is what I love." And the moment those words left my lips, I saw it. The storm in his face. His chair scraped against the floor. As he stood, the sound felt louder than thunder. He walked toward the window, his back to me, silent. That silence, it was worse than yelling. Every second stretched like an eternity. My mind spun with fear. What if I had just torn the bridge between me and him forever? Then he spoke, so low, I almost didn't hear him. "Do you even understand what you're giving up?" It wasn't just a question about me. It was a warning about you. I swallowed hard. My chest felt tight, but I answered anyway. I'm giving up safety. I'm giving up comfort, but I'm not giving up her. My own words shocked me, because I realized how far I was willing to go. He turned around slowly, his face unreadable, his eyes locked on mine, and for the first time, I couldn't tell if I had won his respect or lost him forever. Because when someone who has power over your life looks at you like that, you don't know if the next thing they'll give you is approval or punishment. Then he said something I never expected. If you walk this path, don't expect me to save you when it gets hard. His voice wasn't angry anymore. It was cold. The words sank into me like ice. Was this his way of cutting me off? Or was this still his test? To see if I'd stand tall even when threatened with losing everything. Baby. The truth is, I don't know if he's warning me out of love, or if he's preparing to watch me fall. And that's the part that keeps me awake right now. Because if I'm wrong about him, then the answer I gave tonight didn't just risk my future. It risked yours too. Baby. That silence after his question felt endless. It was like the whole world froze. I could hear my own heartbeat pounding against my chest. Faster and louder with every second. He was staring at me, but not in anger. Not even in confusion. It was deeper, like he was trying to reach into my soul and drag the truth out. I wanted to speak, I wanted to answer, but my throat locked up. Every word that tried to come out died before it reached my lips. And then he asked again, softer, this time slower, like each syllable carried a weight, too heavy to hold, stronger than the rules that keep us alive. That was it, baby. That was the question, the one that would either save us or destroy us completely. My whole body went cold. I thought of you, your smile, your voice, whispering, late at night when the world was quiet. I thought of all the promises we made, and how easily one wrong answer could break everything we've built. I wanted to scream. Yes, I wanted to tell him that nothing could ever be stronger than what I feel for you. But at the same time, I could see the storm in his eyes. If I said it wrong, if I showed even a hint of weakness, he'd know, and it would all collapse in an instant. So I stayed silent for too long. And silence, baby, is dangerous, because silence can be mistaken for doubt, and doubt, forgive. Then suddenly, he leaned closer, his voice dropping lower. Answer me now, or don't expect another chance. My stomach twisted so hard, I thought I might collapse. I felt like the walls themselves were pressing in, closing tighter with every breath I tried to take. My lips finally parted, but before I could speak, he raised his hand and whispered, careful, one word can change your whole life. Baby, at that moment, I realized this wasn't just about me. It wasn't just about us. This was about everything, our future, our safety, the fragile hope we've been holding on to. And now, it all rested on the answer to one question. But before I could finish my thought, the door creaked open behind him. Baby, someone else was listening. Baby, when that door creaked open, my heart nearly stopped. The sound was so small, so soft.